Data file handling. Now, till now, whatever programs we have made, those programs were taking some data, it was processing the data and showing you the results. Okay. Now, suppose the data was given using keyboard, right, and the output produced by the program was coming on the screen. We'll see why do we need data files. So as I was telling that till now whatever programs we have executed, those programs used to take data from the keyboard, right, in different data structures. It was converting that data into integer, float, string or list or whatever, but the point is we were giving data to the program using keyboard. Okay, then that data was being processed by the program and it was showing you some results. Those results were shown on the output screen again. Now suppose I want to save the results for later use. Now what was the disadvantage of such a scenario? Once you close the program, even the input data has vanishes, even the input data will go and the results which were shown on the screen, that also will go once you close the Python IDE. Okay, so the point is, suppose I want to save the results of the program so that it can be used later. Okay, or suppose I want to process, suppose I want to process the result of 180 students. There are 180 students. Now the board result has come. In the board result they have given only the marks obtained by the students in 5 or 6 subjects for that matter. Okay, now I want to calculate the total and percentage and division of each and every student. Right, now if I make a program to calculate the percentage and total and grade for each student, it will require lot of input. What input is required in this case? It will ask you to input the marks obtained by 180 students in 6 different subjects. Then only your program will be able to process the data. Now giving such an input using keyboard will take hell of time. It will take lot of time to give the input, right? Then after giving the input, suppose it will calculate the percentage, total and division for each student. It will show the result on the screen, right? So either you note down the result, either you manually note down the division, total and percentage of each student. Then what is the use of having computers, right? So if there is a mechanism which can save the results in a file, so that when you close the Python program you can get the files in which you have saved the result. That is where you need data files. Okay, so why do we need data files? Either to read the data from a file, if suppose you want to have a huge input which you cannot give using keyboard, then that input is saved in the data file and then the program will take the input directly from the file rather reading it from the keyboard. The Python program will take the data from the data file. It will process that data and along with the results, along with showing it on the screen, it will save it into a separate file. What is the advantage? Now those results will remain forever. Even if you close the Python program, you can open that file which has been created by the Python program and you can see the results. Okay, so you need data files to permanently save the output and to read the input from a different file. Now, whenever you work on data files, this is how the data file works. You have a Python program, it will read from the secondary storage, it will read, the program will read data, it will process the data, and again it will write the data into some other external file which will remain forever, right? So first of all, you should understand what is a file. A file is a sequence of bytes. For a Python program, a file is a sequence of bytes. So whenever you give a command in Python program to read data, it will read some bytes and it will bring those bytes into your program. Whenever you give command to write the data, it will read, it will take chunk of bytes from the memory and save those bytes on some other external storage device. Okay, so in order to process a file, whenever I say process a file, that means I am referring to a data file, right? Where you will process this data file? You will process the data file in the Python program. So what are the basic steps? First, you have to decide whether you want to read the data from the file or whether you want to write the data on a different data file. Okay, you can perform both the operations. You can read data from one file and you can write the output into another data file. Okay, there are situations where you will only read the data, process the data, and you will display the data on the screen. You will not save the data on some other data file. Okay, or if there are situations where you will take input from the user using keyboard and you will process that data and the output is saved into a separate data file. Okay, so there are two basic things you have to decide first of all, that for what purpose you want to open the file, open the data file in your Python program. Purpose is whether you want to read the data from the data file in the Python program or whether you want to open the data file for writing purpose. That means you will process the data and you will save the data into a data file. So that will decide the purpose of opening a data file in your Python program, whether it is for reading purpose or whether it is for writing purpose. Then in the next step you will establish a link between your Python program and your data file. Wherever your data file is saved on the hard disk, you will establish a link. That link is an object, right? That link, whenever you will give a command in Python program that I want to associate this particular name with this particular data file, right? And you will also tell Python program that this link is established for reading purpose or for writing purpose, right? So whenever you give a data to that particular object, if it is for writing purpose, that object will take data and it will write it on the data file, right? So second thing is you have to establish a link between your Python program and the data file. Third thing, what processing you want to do, whether you want to read the data file, then you will process the data and the processed data will be saved in some other data file. Then finally you will close the data file which you have opened in the Python program. So these are the basic steps which are required for file processing, for data file processing. Okay, so first of all we'll see what is the syntax to open a particular data file in your Python program. Okay, this is the syntax. You have to give a particular name of the object, right? It is kind of variable, right? Then is equal to variable name is equal to open. Open is the function. It is a function which will establish a link to the specified data file. Okay. Within open you have to give first argument as file name, and file name is the data file name which you want to associate with this object. Second is the access mode. As I told, you have to decide whether that file is open for reading purpose or for writing purpose. Okay, these are the basic file accessing modes. If you want to open a data file for reading purpose, you have to give access mode as R. R means reading. Or if you want to write the data from your Python program to the specified file, you have to specify W. And append mode, that means A is used to append. Append means without deleting the existing data in the data file, you add more data at the end. Now here is the simplest example of reading a file. First of all, I have given object name as F. F is the name of the object. You can give any name. That the name of this object follows the normal variable naming rules and conventions. Okay, then is equal to open. Then hello.txt is a file which you want to read, right? How the Python will come to know that it is for reading purpose? Here you have given file access mode as R, right? Now the link has been established with your data file and the Python program. Now in order to read the data, you have to give command read. Right, from where it will read? It will read from this object, and this object in turn is associated with this particular data file. So if you give this command data is equal to f dot read, it will read the contents of this object, and this object in turn will read the contents from hello.txt. Then whatever data it has taken, that data will be saved in another variable named data, and then you are printing whatever has come inside data, and finally you are closing the stream, you are closing the data file, because the data file is not required now. Okay, so what are the basic steps I told? First, you have to establish a link between your Python program and your data file. Before that, you have to decide whether you want to open this file for reading purpose or for writing purpose. Here, I have opened this stream for reading purpose. Okay, then next step is to read the data. If you want to do some processing, that processing can be done here before this print statement. After reading the contents into variable data, now you can use this variable. This will become actually a string. Now this string can be used, you can process this string in any form, and then here what I have done, instead of processing, I have just displayed. That is the processing I am doing here. And then finally I have closed the data file which was opened. Let us see one example where I want to read a data file named poem.txt. Okay, now this poem.txt must exist somewhere on the hard disk before you can read this into your Python program. Okay, so my poem.txt, or you can create this file. How you can create? Simply open Notepad, you type whatever you want, right? Then you, while saving, this is very important, while saving you give name of the file in double quotes. poem.txt. Okay, see here I have given file name as, I'll show you, I have given file name as poem.txt, and it must be saved. You should save it in the same folder in which you have saved your Python program, right? Initially I will save my Python file also in this same folder. Okay, but while saving you give the file name like this, because many a times you will be asked to read a data file .dat extension, right? So whenever you give extension here, you save this data file using double quotes. Okay, I'll save this file. Now this file is being saved where? It is saved in D drive. In D drive I have a folder named school. Within this school folder I have another folder named PyPRG. Okay, D drive school folder PyPRG, I have saved this particular file. It was already there, it is asking me to replace. Yes, so my input is ready now. Okay, now you create a Python file, right? Now this is my Python file. I have given a command. FIL is the name of the object. This is user defined. Whatever name you want you can give, right? FIL is the name of the object is equal to open method. I want to open poem.txt comma for reading purpose. What mode I have given? I have given R mode. That means I am opening this file for reading purpose. Then in the next step, using this file object, I can read the data from the file from which this object is associated. So what I have given? I have given command file dot read, and whatever data it will read, that data will be saved in a variable named str, and then I am printing that variable. Then finally you can give command fill dot close. You are closing the link because it is not required now. Your processing has been done. Okay, now I need to save this file in the same folder where I had created poem.txt. Okay, so again I will go to D drive. Then in the school folder I have PyPRG. Inside PyPRG I will save my Python file. Okay, so now my Python file has also been saved in the same folder where poem.txt is saved. Right, now let us see whether it reads the data from the text file or not. If you want to see the contents of the text file, this is the content of your text file poem.txt. Okay, now if you run this code, see I have, this is very important for now, you have to save this Python file in the same folder where you had saved your data file. You can verify here D, then school folder. Inside school there was another folder PyPRG, and then I have given file h1 as my Python file's name. So where it will search this poem.txt, it will search the poem.txt in the current folder where your Python program exists. Okay, if you run it, it has shown the contents here. See, whatever was saved in your data file is displayed here on the screen. So what it has done, it has established a link to a poem.txt data file. Then you have read the contents from the data file. Those contents are displayed on the screen, and then you have closed the stream. This is the simplest way of reading the data file. Now let us see the simplest method of writing data into a data file. Okay, again you have to establish a link using a file object. This time you will establish this link with that data file using which mode? Using write mode. Okay, because now you want to open the data file for writing mode, and then you will read data in the program, or you will process the data in the program, and you will save that data into the data file. Now in this example, I will read some data in the Python program, and I will write the output into a data file. I'll just read one string. Let it be your name. So in nm I am reading the name, right? Then there is a object named filw. That means I will open the file for writing purpose. This name is user defined. You can give any name, right? Is equal to open. Now the file which I want to create is outdata.txt. I want to create a file named outdata.txt, right? Now this file, if this file already exists on the hard disk, now where this file will be saved? This file again will be saved in the same path from where you are executing your Python code. That means my Python file is saved in D drive school pyprg, and then within that folder this file was saved. So where this out data file will be created? This out data file will be created in the same folder from which you are executing this program, right? Then I am opening this file for writing purpose. Here I am opening this file for writing purpose. Okay, then simply what I have done, instead of read, now I have to use write method. Name of the object filew dot write, and then I have given nm to this write method, because this this file object is associated with outdata.txt file. Whatever you will give to this object for writing, it will write that data in outdata.txt file. So I have given two commands here. See, name of the object dot write nm is a variable, so whatever user will give, that will be saved in the data file. And then I am giving a string. This is constant I am giving here, and then I am closing the string, right? Now I'll run this code. If you run this code, it is asking me for name. I enter a name, and then it should create a file named outdata.txt. Now let us see whether this file has been created or not. I'll go to File Explorer. Now my Python program was in D drive. Then within D drive there was school folder named school. Within school I have pyprg. There was a folder named pyprg. Now here, see, out data file has been created. Now if you open this file, it has opened this file in Notepad. What were the contents? You see the contents also. First, in the NM you had given, I had given Sitaram, right? So it has written Sitaram in this file, and then there was bye bye, right? Now, if suppose I want to have a line break in between, okay, so what I can do, I can write slash n here, slash n, and then bye bye, right? Now if I run this code, now see, initially when I executed this code, out data file was not at all there, so it has created out data file. When the program executed, it created out data file. Now out data file already exists there. If I again run this code, see what happens. If I again run this code, this time I enter class 12 20 20, okay. Now let us see what it has saved in the file. Out data file has been created. Now see, the earlier contents were what? There was Sitaram and bye bye, right? This time when I execute this code again, it has overwritten the previously created file. So if suppose the file which you are opening for writing purpose, if it already exists, then the new file will overwrite the contents of the previous file. There are ways to append this using append mode, but if you give write mode, if this outdata.txt file already exists, this file will overwrite the contents with the previous contents with the new content. Now this time using this slash n, there is a line break also. This slash n will first bring the output on the next line, and then it has written bye bye. Okay, so these small codes you can try for yourself. That is enough for today.